Hi, I'm Kathy Burns, and I'm here with Tech Savvy Realty Solutions. So, I'm a realtor, and I often am buried in the work and the minutia of what I've got to get done. And I was introduced to VAs, virtual assistants, a couple years ago. I would drive down to Charleston, South Carolina, where a friend of mine was teaching classes on how to effectively hire VAs in the Philippines. And I thought that that was really important and critical. I did it once, did my first round of hiring VAs, and then I did it a second time because I really wanted to understand it at a deeper level. And what I'm going to be talking to you about today is how to do that. So if you like things like this, please subscribe below. Stay tuned. I've got lots of things to share with you. So think of all those little tasks that you do that really waste your time. Like I was getting it together today. I was looking at all my YouTube channels and I thought, you know what, I really want to regroup some different things. I'd like to get things in order. I want to evaluate some stuff. And I was going to create a spreadsheet and start tracking this all out. And I thought, I don't need to do that. My VA could do that, right? And they can. I had one VA where I hired him for a specific job to go through this platform that I had, which was called PropStream, to go in and extract all kinds of very specific properties that I wanted to reach out to for listings. For example, I wanted all the listings in a certain towns around the lake where I live, and I wanted them to have 50% equity in them, and I wanted them to have been owned for a long time, because it gave me an opportunity to think that they're probably going to sell it at some point. And I wanted to create the spreadsheet. I wanted it to break it down by the cities and the price points. I also wanted them to be worth from $1 million up. So I always pay attention to my net. So that's important to me. Well, anyway, I had her do that. And I was paying her at the time, we started at $4 an hour because it was a test to see how well she would work with me, how long it would take her to do those things. Would she give me a time sheet validating what she was working on? And all of that worked out really well. And as it's evolved, she's now working for me and I pay her $5 an hour. And we did that in incremental steps over periods of time, because sometimes you need to train them on something that you've got. Sometimes you don't. Like, for example, when I put in my post where I was hiring somebody, I gave the specifics of some things that they absolutely needed to know. So I'm going to take you to the website where you can kind of see some things. So here's the job site that I go to. It's called OnlineJobs.ph. And let's just show you exactly how it looks right from the get-go. The job board for virtual workers in the Philippines. Now this guy, they created this. He was struggling with how to hire VAs outside of a service. You're literally hiring this person by themselves. This is much like Fiverr in a sense, where the different workers are coming on here and saying, here's their qualifications. And when I go in to post a job, I say what I'm looking for. Like, this is where they would go in, here's where I would go in. And I love to do it very specifically. So I'm going to show you how I do it once I log in. Okay, so here's the pricing. Hire a great worker or we'll give you your money back. This is what I really like. So I can do it for free, or I don't even have to pay this service. But you only get 3 job posts a month, and you only can have a maximum of 15 applications. I don't necessarily care about the job posts because usually I'm looking for one person. However, the maximum 15 applications per job, that's not good. I want tons of them, and you will get tons of them. So I'll do it on a monthly basis where I'll pay $69 as my fee. And that way I can go in and I can get 200 applications. This is good. And I'll show you how all that works. See, and you can cancel anytime. And if you're bigger and you want to be hiring all kinds of them, go on that path. But free, maybe to dip your toes, to kind of see what it's about, try it. That is how I tried it the first time. But now I always do the $69. And I have 2 different VAs working for me. One works with my Go High Level website, which I wanted very specific, and I put that in my job description. Must be proficient at Go High Level website. And they also follow the DISC profile in here, which is really good. So I am going to show you, here was a job post that I had done. Virtual real estate assistant. Kathy Burns has a growing top tier residential real estate team of agents. I'm looking for a talented and experienced virtual assistant. Now, I wonder if it'll show me that whole thing. Okay, good. So I put in that it's part-time. I gave my background about me, how many hours I was looking to do it, like 4 hours a day for 5 days a week. This was one where I was looking for a consistent person. I needed them to do database, online research. I did all the responsibilities that I could think of at the time to put in here. Future role, project and people management, ability to select, recruit, train, supervise other VAs. I have not personally found that to be very effective so far, but I'm sure that has more to do with me. Their experience in this particular job was I wanted 3 years of experience as a virtual assistant for a foreign company, proven track record of success. College degree would be preferred. These are highly skilled people in here. You'd be surprised. Excellent English communication skills, written and spoken. That is very important. Proficient, these were some of the things that I wanted the proficiency in. Trello, because I use Trello. Also Google Sheets, Docs, but see how it's got Go High Level? Ability to work independently and part of a team. If you're talented, I was offering $4 an hour for the first 30 days, then it will be increased. So desired number of week, 20 hours is what I was looking for. So I had skills requirement. I needed Google Docs, database, CRM. At the time, I did not put Go High Level in there. So this is how I want no applications coming to me. I use this platform for them to come in because I want them to follow very specific scenarios, and I don't want them to blow up my email. So submit for approval, then it got approved, and that one was great. I'm hoping I can find another job post that I can show you. Job post, because I'm also, oh, here was a good one. Graphic artist extraordinaire and video wizard combo. I wanted to have someone who could do the editing of my YouTube videos and also do a graphics design for the thumbnail. So that was very important to me. I'm looking for a talented person, basic requirements, blah, blah, blah. To apply, submit your resume and cover letter. So this was the first step. Once they did that, I wonder if I can go in and show you some of my messages, because I also asked for a very specific way for them to reply in the subjects, and this was it. So graphic design, real estate rocks, and I love Go High Level. That's what I requested also in my post, that they put that in the subject line so that I would see that, which was great. Now, if you notice here, I can click on this girl and get basic information about her. She was looking for $5.60 an hour. That doesn't mean she wouldn't take the 4 because she saw that I offered it, right? Age not specified, that's unimportant to me. Website, she's telling me where she's at. She had an IQ test done. Now, this is very common that's in here. She scored 138, her English advanced. What I'm not seeing, let's see. Oh, they also rate themselves on these different skills. So that was important too, because if she came down here like she was pretty good, really good in Excel, travel planning, human resources, appointment setting, she's clearly saying, I'm not good at that. Translation, I'm not good at that. Personal assistant, I'm not good at that. Okay, she might not be my person, right? And there is more in here. It looks like that's blacked out on that piece, and their name on here as well. So I can, you can go in here, you can do, let's see, But another thing that's very important that I liked about it, they usually have done a DISC test, and DISC is a personality test. I did another video on this before. D stands for driver, C is for, they're great for doing data, S is sympathetic person, the I, which I dropped out there, DISC, the I is very personality flavored. So what the DISC profiles that you're looking for here are a D and a C, because you're looking for detail typically in an assistant. And D means they're disciplined, they're going to get this done, and you can count on them most often. So I want them to rank high in that. She did not do this DISC profile. I believe in her case, I asked for her to do that. I don't know if she ever did. Okay, so let's look at Oscar. So Oscar gave me very little results. And you see over here how you can say that you're going to label them. Like you can say no, maybe, strong yes, strong no. Because you're going to start to get a bunch of people coming in. So you can mark them what you are. Now for him, he would be an absolute no. Just because he did not give me much data here, I'm not even going to consider him. He's too much work for me to go figure him out. And also these points, they're only allowed so many points a month in this process through this system. And so the higher that point level is showing their seriousness. So they only want to give up so many points. If they're really interested, they'll give a lot of their points. And usually how that would be, like these were all archived because I didn't want them and I want to get them out of my way. Let's go here to messages. That was them. Okay. So, okay, she was giving 3 points. That may have all that she had. She's got her Google Drive with her resume, sincerely. If I liked her, which I did not pin her, I would have pinned her and also labeled it how I wanted. If I felt like after I'm in review that I want to hire her, I can also hit that. Spam, I've never had to use that because I've never seen that as an issue. Let's go over here and see what these are. There's 27 people. Okay, here's my pinned ones. Here's an example of people that I pinned. Okay, see this? So he had a high D, that was good for me, but his C, which compliance, and it's really about how efficient they are with data, was very low. So I may have loved a lot of things, but I did not like this score because it wasn't strong enough for me to really work with him. And even though he scored well in a lot of things, he was not my ideal. And if I'm going to go through this, I'm looking for my ideal person, right? So let's try this one. View full profile. Here's a D. Now see, the D and the C are pretty darn close, right? I would consider this one because I like it. Again, $5 an hour. She's been a virtual assistant, social media. She's someone worth having a conversation with, right? She's strong in the different things that I want. So when I email back, let's see if we can find my emails to some of these people. Maybe we'll have one of the people that I actually hired. There she is. That's my girl. See how she's pinned? View profile. So I ended up hiring her. So what did I like? I liked that her D was high and her C was very high. And it's proven to be that way. She goes above and beyond, which is very good. And I started her at $4 an hour, and we have worked up to $5 an hour. And she met all kinds of things. Now, see, she was not great in the marketing, e-commerce, appointment setting. I didn't need her personally for any of that. What I did need her for was working my Go High Level. And she was actually not trained that well in Go High Level, but she on her own went and learned how to do it. So she was a rock star for me. And when I sent her, let's see if we've got any email history with her. No. I'm not in the pro position now, so it's not showing me all the tools. But the bottom line is what you can do here, and I'm going to show you some of the other pages. get immediate access to 13 VA job post templates for free. You can go in here and get that done. How to do different types of job posts that you can put in. That's very good. And I encourage you to consider that. Everything you need to know about Philippines virtual assistants. They are 12 hours ahead of us. Some will work on the parallel time slot that you're on if you ask them, and some you don't need that to happen. And so you can get that free book, which I would encourage you to do. Here's the different tools that I've used them for. Again, I've got one that Lynette, she does my Go High Level website. She manages it. She's great on it, very proactive on it. I can tell her I want to do something new in there. She knows she's learned it well, so she'll go and pick it up. And she's great to work with. I can count on her. She does work on her time zone versus mine. I don't need her to be at my beck and call. However, we communicate by WhatsApp, and she will send me text through there and I will send back. I have it set so I'm not disturbed at night, but sometimes if I'm thinking of things during the day, she'll get it, but she won't respond till morning. And sometimes she's up. I'm not the only person she works for. She only works for me 20 hours a week. So that works. Now I have another one. His name is Edward, and he is my graphics guy that I showed you. He's the one I hired for the graphics and the thumbnails. He's the one I hired for that. So he's great. And I really count on him we put it on a spreadsheet format. I give him my raw video, like I'll give him with this. He'll go edit it. He'll make some changes, make it also it's SEO great. He'll put it back on the sheet, on the spreadsheet. I'll review it, and then I'll mark it approved. And then I will load it up to YouTube as private, so we can get the different pieces and different tools that we use, which we're going to talk about other tools that we use for editing our videos, where I may not need Edward that much more. I don't know. We're going to see, because there's so many AI tools that are just speeding things along. So be sure and stay tuned for that. And I've got some links to some other AI videos that we've done in the past here before. So if you like this, stay tuned and check it all out. Spread it around with your friends. Appreciate that.